Harvey Elliott to Aston Villa. Here we go. Confirmed that's a deal that is going to happen. Harvey Elliott on a year-long loan to Aston Villa with an obligation to buy. That's the important thing here. A £35 million package is in that obligation. And essentially that means, that's not a loan. That's not him coming back. That is, they're going to buy him, right? So they do this to kind of get around the FFP, the UEFA restrictions, etc. So he's leaving Liverpool. I mean, let's talk about it. Where do you stand on this? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below and subscribe while you're down there. We're close to 20k. I can't help but look at this. Certainly the price tag and go, hold on. We've been a bit shortchanged here. It's a very slight number, I would say £35 million, given that he's homegrown. So he fills that quota for Aston Villa, given they've just lost Jacob Ramsey as well. So he's a straight swap in that regard, positionally and also in the homegrown aspect. He is 22. He's got a far more decorated honest list than the likes of an Emery Hutchinson, who has gone for more money than him. I mean, Visser had a great season last year, but he had a year left on his deal, Visser. He's like 29. He went for like £50 million today. 50 million quid. Harvey Elliott, 35. Played a massive part in a lot of Liverpool's campaign over the last 2 or 3 years. Scored some big goals for us. Won trophies. Won the Premier League with us. Champions League runner-up. This guy's been involved in a lot of the goings on at Liverpool over the last 3 years, and I can read out some stats for you now in terms of the seasons and in terms of there's a clear improvement with Harvey Elliott, right? So in 2019 to 20, 2 games played. I believe he came on against, who did he make his debut against? That's escaped me now. That's annoyed me. It was Sheffield United. Sheffield United, he made his debut in 2020, played 2 games that season. The season after, he played 6 games. Season after, 32, 34, 18. And then obviously 1 this year. But the games played is slowly increasing. It wasn't, without that injury last year, he would have played a lot more, in my opinion. There's a clear drop-off since Arne Slot's come in terms of playing Harvey Elliott. And listen, that injury, right? We saw pre-season, he was very involved, and he was like, right, Harvey Elliott kind of false 9 here. He's going to be really into the season, but then he got injured early on. It was a real shame. But I do think Arne Slot did favour Curtis Jones when both were available last year. Jones had a decent season, in my opinion. But when you got 2 English lads who are both kind of young, who are both in a similar position, the comparisons are going to happen. And that's a comparison Arne Slot needs to make. It doesn't matter what I think. It matters what he thinks. And he prefers Curtis Jones, doesn't he? I think he sees Curtis Jones as more of a level head in big games, certainly. If you want to chill the game out and control the tempo of the game, you bring Jones on. Elliott's not going to do that for you. I think Arne Slot might see this as well. He's not a number 8 at all, which almost makes you think, where's his best position in the Liverpool squad, which makes me want this move to happen for him, because he deserves first team minutes, Harvey Elliott. He deserves to be valued in a squad, and right now at Liverpool, he just isn't valued, because if we go through the positions, let's do it together. He's not a number 6 because he's not defensively good enough. It's fact, and he's not big enough. He's not a number 8 because, in my opinion, yes, he runs. I'm not saying he doesn't run and he doesn't try. Of course, actually, in fairness, probably one of his best attributes, Elliott. I've never doubted his work rate. I've always admired his loyalty to the badge and for the cause, his ability to get over the line and kind of pull trees up. But it's all well and good wanting to make that happen. It's actually making that happen. He's not physically very good. Not physically big enough. He's not strong enough. Certainly in the tackle, and as a number 8, that's obviously a key attribute you need. I look at Szoboszlai, who's such an important player to Liverpool right now. He's better in most, if not every, physical attribute than Harvey Elliott. He's quicker, he's stronger, he's got better running power, he's better in the tackle, he's better defensively, he's probably better crossing the ball, he's better... It's like, okay, so he's not first choice number 8, he's not even second choice number 8 behind McAllister, he's not even third choice number 8 behind Curtis Jones. I think Slot would favour Gravenberch as a number 8 over him, so that's 4th choice. It's like, how far are we going down here? Yeah, we sold someone like Tyler Morton. Yeah, we sold someone like McConnell's gone on loan, so there's another player we've lost. But Nione looks like he's going to be valued in this squad this year, given the number increase in the squad numbers to, I believe, is he 42 now or something like that, from 98? So that clearly indicates he's going to be utilised a bit more this year and trusted. Bajcetic has been kept by Liverpool. That's a big statement, right? A couple injuries, but no, we've kept him, so he's going to be played a lot more this year. It begs the question, where's Elliott's role in that number 8 position? There probably isn't one. Then you go to the number 10. Okay then, so we just signed Wirtz and broke the record transfer fee. Obviously, behind Isak, I mean, there'll be a video on Isak coming soon, make sure you're following. So he's not starting as a 10 straight away, because Wirtz is our best player, on paper, probably. He's not starting off the right, because he's too slow. And Salah's our best player, arguably. He's not quick enough. He's not... I mean, yeah, he's skillful enough, and yeah, Like, all these things, like, oh, he's not good enough off the ball, he's not good enough on the ball. It makes me... It sounds like I'm saying he's not a good player. Oh, he is. It's like, he is. He just happens to be playing in arguably the best team in the world, who have just won the Premier League, who have just done very good things in the Champions League. I mean, I wouldn't say Liverpool are the best team in the world, by the way. I don't think we're balanced enough. I still think PSG are, I would say. And I don't believe a bad Club World Cup means any different there, or losing to Tottenham, etc. means any different there. I say bad Club World Cup, I mean losing it, do you know what I mean? I don't think we're as balanced, but you get my point. There's so much quality around. It's certainly in the positions that he wants to play in. He's just not going to be played. It's as simple as that. And you look at Szoboszlai, how important it is this side now. Szoboszlai can play anywhere across the positions that he wants to play. Off the right, centrally, more defensive. Where's Elliott's role? And I look at Villa losing Jacob Ramsey. Villa, for me, well, not even for me, just generally, they have struggled so far. They have struggled to get a foot on. I mean, I've watched a couple of the Villa games. I watched that one last night. They were absolutely awful. They just couldn't get on the ball. There's no quality in there. Tielemans is great, and Onana's great, and they work well. They're very compatible, I think, together, those two. But I can't help but think, aside from Rodgers, there's no one breaking the boundaries in that Villa side, in that front line. No one's making things happen with a little pass or a little touch. Or Harvey Elliott can do that. He can unlock defences behind Ollie Watkins and kind of a Rodgers. I mean, it begs the question if Rodgers will even stay, right? Because they've signed a very similar asset in terms of where they play on the pitch. They like to play behind the striker and impact the game behind a number 9 and feed balls into him. I would not be surprised. I mean, look, it's 2 o'clock now. Does it close at 7 p.m, I think? I would not be surprised if Rodgers leaves. And as a late move to maybe not a Spurs, because they've just signed 2 number 10s, maybe I mean, I genuinely thought Man City at the start of the window, before anything happened, I was like, Rodgers, that Man City makes so much sense. I don't think so now. I mean, Cherki's just gone down injured, I think, for 2 months, but I don't think City will be bringing anyone in this late on, I will say. Certainly won't be Chelsea, it won't be Liverpool, so maybe Rodgers will stay. But this, along with the Sancho loan as well, which Sancho's got a bit to be desired for, but in terms of quality. But there's 2 profiles there who are both attacking, which, to be fair, they needed anyway. They needed as well as Rodgers, right? I don't know. I'm really happy for him, first and foremost. He comes before the team. In this instance, in my opinion, he's been a great, I hate the word servant, great, I don't know, what's the word there? Team player, I think, at times. He's got some big goals, winning penalty. That goal against PSG last year, he's hardly on the pitch, then he goes and scores that. He scores that one against Crystal Palace. He's been there, mate. He's been there, and I like him as an option off the bench. I've got to say, 20 minutes left, bring Harvey Elliott on that bit of cutting edge in the midfield. Which, yes, Szoboszlai. I'm speaking about Szoboszlai being better in all these attributes, but maybe that final pass, that little delicate delivery over the top, he's probably better at, Elliott. And then the little nifty touches he does as well, cutting in off the right hand side onto the left foot. Can he curl when he's done it before? That's there. Of course that's there. The flair as well that he plays with, the confidence he plays with at times. When he's really on it, he's on it. But I think when he isn't on it, he goes missing in games. Maybe because of that physicality. Maybe because he's not strong enough, or he's not... I don't know. I think that's a big part of why he's moved on, to be honest with you. Going into a Villa side next to Onana, already a physical presence, next to in front of a big back 4. Villa tend to be defence first. I mean, in the press, they're very, very good. So I've always said about Elliott, he runs and he tries, but in terms of that press being efficient, I don't think Elliott's particularly been that. Maybe that's come down to the pace angle. Maybe he's not fast enough to press. But look at Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai's not particularly quick, but he's so good off the ball. He's so good at covering distances. Szoboszlai's so good at positioning himself to kind of mitigate between... If there's 2 players that need to be there, he'll kind of split them, or he'll what's it called? Where you... Remember that game where you have £1 million, you have to spread it across... He'll hedge his bets, Szoboszlai, in terms of pressing, and he'll do it the best way he can. I don't think Elliott's as intelligent off the ball, so maybe Emery can get the best out of him, because he's a very good defensive coach. I think it's a good move for him. I've got to question that £35 million package, to be honest with you. I think you're looking at 40 plus. I think we could have easily squeezed 5 more out of this. Certainly deadline day. Do you know what I mean? Surely that favours us as opposed to Villa. We have all the cards here. We don't have to lose him, really. We could have kept him, and he could have played 15, 20 games this season. Chuck an extra 5 on there, do you know what I mean? I mean, ultimately, it doesn't affect me at home, sitting here now, talking to you. But, nearly centre-half, right? And we need a bit... £5 quid? Yeah, £5, chuck a £5 on. £5 million extra on Elliott. Could we chuck £5 million extra at Gay here, make that deal done? Because that's the big one for me. And we'll do a video later on that, I think, on Gehi. Let me know your thoughts on Elliott, guys. Is it the right move for him? Is it the right move for Villa? And is it the right move for Liverpool? Let me know your thoughts and leave a like if you enjoyed. Please subscribe. We're close to 20k. Thank you very much. See you later.